Do you see this perfection right now, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see this map? This is the perfect Call of Duty map right here. This is Crash. You notice that there's a downed helicopter, which has crashed, and you see how the map around it is designed to be amazing. There are terrific flanking routes and tight corridors and little blind spots and perfect little corners. And I think this is absolutely the best Call of Duty map. But I wanted to show you it from the top because we're going to get to a gameplay clip real soon. I should mention, by the way, that I am Jared Russo. I'm the gaming editor for Geekbench, and I have elected Crash into the Level Design Hall of Fame. We've done about 10 or 11 of these. And I'm going to show you two maps from Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare that I think are spectacular, only because they are the perfect maps for all game types. They're perfect maps for all, I mean, every gun, any type of playstyle. It's the perfect size for super fast-paced action or really tense objective-based modes. And here we go. We're jumping into it now. The buildings it's almost like they have just like the perfectly placed buildings, and I mean that in the inside of each building is just the right amount of space and little rooms to catch people off guard. But also there are two main buildings, the one that this guy's in right now, and there's one across the side of the map where people like to snipe. You can kind of counter snipe from them both, but you can't really stock up in them for too long. Because you will get destroyed. If you're on top of that one right there, a helicopter can come and get you, or an airstrike. But what I like about this map is that it's just well balanced. Like it's not symmetrical, but it almost kind of is balance-wise. It's almost like a yin-yang, where the kill streaks they can't really work to your advantage, like a big wide open map where you get like lots of kills, but they still kind of work. But it's not like so much so that like it's basically you're gonna have to go right for the helicopter. And there's enough of the nitty gritty tight close quartered combat in the buildings and whatnot, but there's also a nice wide open kind of area where this team initially spawned, and it's just I mean it gets talked about a lot as being the best Call of Duty map, and I think it made its return in Modern Warfare 2 or one of the Black Ops games. But I mean playing this map when this game came out was like you just knew like this was just like the most fun to play map, like pretty much. I don't really remember getting like too frustrating. I don't remember there being like spawn killing or any like overt nonsense. But there's just a really good amount of just like the Infinity War when they made this map, they just knew they just knew the multiplayer game they had. They knew what mechanics they had. They knew what they were dealing with, and they really designed the maps to suit the game specifically well. And those are the best maps. So like there's like the right amount of cover and the right amount of spots for people with FMJ or deep impact. So like the bullets can go through, so you can't like window camp. I talked about the kill streaks already, but like it's just so good. Like it has like good like viewpoints. And you can't really like hog them because like people like you know where the people kind of are, like you know where to go to find people. You're not gonna have a problem finding people. Wow, really? That was a weird knife kill. It's just like it's just ingenious. Like, and you don't have to break it down to realize like just how good this map is. Like, yeah, you get all the way up into the top of that building and like you're stuck there. Like you gotta deal with everybody coming up to come get you, unless you want to jump off and injure yourself. Here we go. Okay, so we're on to the next one, which is Pipeline. This is a photo I got from Google Images. Shoutouts to them. Showing you Pipeline, and this map is another really strong map I really enjoyed. It's a highlight of mine, just because of this wide open area on the bottom right for people to spawn and for you to kind of go through the map, and you can kind of snipe there up in that top right kind of corner. That's a good spot. But it really is this nice duality of the two sides of the two buildings, plus that extra like counter-strikey railroad track, which is good for planting bombs and domination and stuff. But it's just like there are enough wide open areas, and there's enough like streamlined kind of gameplay right down the center that you can kind of go through for your high risk, high reward. Like, you know, people are going to be there in either building. You'll always find people. You can kind of toss grenades, but there's just a nice intricacy to each building. Um, so let's get into the map right now. Uh, I just really like how like it's subtly big. Like it doesn't seem like it's big on the surface, but when you really look at like the underground tunnels and you look at just like the weird like network of like ways to get around from building to building and the way to get on top of the rooftops of each building and the whole train tracks side to it and like the nice like turns you have to do like on these corners right over here, these buildings, like you go down that walkway and you kind of go through that little tight area. There's a lot of like trick corners and fun surprises for people waiting there that I really like. Yeah, this guy's sniping. This is a good map to snipe on. A lot of maps in Call of Duty 4 were good maps to snipe on. I really can't think of any that were like bad. The wet work I think is the one on the boat. You know what, the one on the building, the vacant. Was it called vacant? It was like a building where like it just had just like it was just empty and basically you were just only in the building. Like that was like the worst map for sniping because that was like a really great shotgun map. I really like that map, but I like this one more. There you go. Plant the claymores. Get up those stairs. Like everywhere you went, like you thought you had an advantage and you kind of did, but it was always easy to counter that advantage. Like there was not like one spot to go to. Like there's that turret up in that window over there that guy's staring at right now. Um, like you could get into the turret, but like that wasn't really the point of playing Call of Duty is to stand in that turret and gun people down. It never really works. It never really worked in Halo Reach either, or Halo 3. But anyways, I just like, yeah, there you go. You can just shoot right through that building. You can go on the side where people spawn and get them there, but they can get you back. Like there's no one advantageous spot to be. And I just think this might be one of the most underrated Call of Duty maps because I really enjoy just the design and just playing on it because it's very free and it's very open. But when you're inside of those buildings, it is scary as fuck because it is really hardcore. Because everyone likes to go in there and try to set up shop, set up camp. Um, and I was talking about how on Crash the kill streaks, they weren't super great. Like they didn't really gel with Crash, which I think is a good thing because they really force you to play the ground game. It forces you to play the gun game and not have to rely on the airstrike or the helicopter. But this map it works better. But again, there are places to be that you can not just get owned. Because I know on the wet work on the ship level with all the crates, like you were pretty exposed. Like you basically had to like hide inside of one of the shipping containers or like go to like one of the ends of the map, and it got just kind of goofy after a while. After people kind of just started to figure out what to do. Um, and speaking of that, I was actually thinking about doing some Modern Warfare 2 maps and maybe some Black Ops 1 maps because there's a lot of really good maps. I was going through a huge list of them, but Modern Warfare 2 is kind of broke, and I guess the whole Predator strike, Harrier helicopter into nuke, that kind of combo just started to destroy things, and I don't know if the maps were really well suited to those ridiculously overpowered kill streaks, which basically kill streaks for the long run. But I just really like Call of Duty 4. It is the most significant and influential and important game that came out in the last generation. It is the best Call of Duty game, one of the best first-person shooters ever, one of the best multiplayer games ever. And I know with a lot of these videos I say, these games are the best, or whatever. But like, I really do believe everything I say. I'm not just saying it for the sake of saying it. I mean, I like hyperbole as much as the next guy. In fact, I like hyperbole the most out of everyone. But I really do pick the games I love the most and the games that are the best. And the ones I really do think nail level design perfectly. Like, you play these games a lot because you like going through the levels and because you like the mechanics of the gameplay. You like shooting, or you like, being Mario in a paper RPG, and you just like being in that world. And as generic as, open, empty Russian facility is, or it kind of has that same bland flavor. It's just like the maps are so good. Like this game is so good. It's hard to not, say like it might have just peaked here. Like, I mean, hopefully Titanfall has good maps. They haven't really talked about the maps, but in any case, that is it. That is another Hall of Fame from geekbinge.com. Go to our website, check out all of our other awesome gaming content, including our podcast that we do, all of the awesome reviews and editorials and previews and whatnots that we got up there. And I hope you join us next time, in which I will most likely do something that you guys like. So see you guys later.